Welcome back, everyone. Going to be doing things a lot differently here. Going to be going over what's happening in the market. Going to be doing this daily on multiple occasions. So make sure to stay tuned. Going to be getting into what is happening in the market, where we're going to see price heading towards. Where are these important zones? Okay, where are they at? So let's get into it. Okay, so what do we see right now? All right. Well, it is Monday. We have a lot of false moves happen on Monday. I have my chart laid out so that we can see all these key support and resistance levels. We need to see these zones hit. We are currently in this gray zone right here, which is where price is currently at. But we need to get into what's been happening in the moves. What's the sentiment around the market right now? Okay. Well, we see a lot of bullish news happening. Right. A lot of the times they will send us down in the beginning of the week, then they will send us up. They'll send us down Monday. They'll make sure the rest of the week is bullish. That's a liquidity grab. Market makers, people who have a lot of liquidity, they'll send the market up on Monday, and then they'll grab all the people who bought in and then send it down. Right? We're going to see if that's going to pan out this week. Be prepared for a lot of volatile movement this week. Going to be seeing a lot of these zones that we're currently in or that we have around us. They have a lot of volatility. We've been seeing this volatility happen week and week and week again. It's been awesome. But the Bitcoin chart right now, right, we're seeing volatility, and the key to being successful is taking advantage of stop losses and key points of volatility, vector candles, which we'll get into later. But the important thing is, let's get into the charts. We have seen that Bitcoin has some sort of downside, right? We'll get into the downside as of right now. We see that we have these key levels as of right here. Let's zoom into the chart so that you guys can see this. The blue candles right here are vector candles. And you guys do not want to be trading inside these zones, right? Once we do make a move out of this gray zone right here into this yellow zone and we break through, we're going to see the ability to make a push to these higher zones. You see this resistance that we have currently at this zone, which is around this 34K. It's in the middle of these ranges. We see that ranges currently that we have is, I kind of built these in, hope that the visual effect helps, but I'm going to explain it. So this gray little zone that we have right here, this is where price is currently at. Right. So we see price is currently at this gray zone. We see that we have this later yellow zone, which means that if we get into this zone, things are looking bullish, right? And if we come down into this yellow zone, this darker yellow zone, this is when things can start to get bearish. In between these two zones, though, the lighter and the darker one, this is where the range is that we're currently in. We haven't showed movement to the upside. We haven't showed movement to the downside. We're just sitting in this range waiting for the upside or the downside to incur. We are seeing, that we have these support zones. Okay, we're going to go through the support zones to talk you guys through this chart real quick. We are on the 1 hour time frame. We do have support around this 33K area, and we also have support around this 32. And one of our major support levels is around this 30K area. So if we see price go to this 33K and break through, we're going to have violent movement down to this 32K. This is where volatility is. If you guys look at these blue candles, right, these vector candles, they don't have much support or resistance. We see violent price movement incur with these candles. So make sure that you understand that. It's very, very important to be trading when we have high volatility. On the flip side, right, the current levels of resistance that we see right now is obviously in the short term, this 48 or this 38 or this 34,800 level. And then we also have this 38 or this 35,200 to this 35,500 level. And if we look at the long-term perspective on things, right, if we do break above these resistance levels, you have to understand this 35K 500 level. We have a lot of upside opportunity. We've been talking about this. We saw that we recovered these candles here. We saw that we had the opportunity to have that upside. We talk about the upside and the downside. It's very important to have a plan for both and to be trading when you have these high volatility zones. You could trade on both sides because if we hit a resistance or a support level that has high volatility in that level, you could put a trade on both sides, or depending on which side it pushes through, because you know that it's going to have a push through that side. Right here is not the time to really be trading. It's when we get to these higher volatility zones, and that will keep you guys a lot more successful. But we see, let's go over the upside first. So if we break through this lighter yellow zone, okay, we see this lighter yellow zone right here. This is, if we break through this, we're going to be bullish, and we're going to be able to recover this vector candle and possibly this vector candle right here. Right, a full recovery of these vector candles right here would put us at the 35,500 level, which we haven't been able to break out of. We've bounced off this level multiple times. Is this the time that we break above it? We will have to see. But we could see a large movement to the upside around this 36 to 37K level. And then we also have this vector right here. And if we break through this level, right, we're going to be seeing this 37 to this 38K level come here soon. We also have these levels currently, right? These are the 3 vector candles that we see, these blue candles, right? These blue candles right here is what we want to see on the upside. We could see these easily get recovered. A lot of price movement around these areas, as you guys can see by the large volatility of these candles. We know that we're going to have large price movement around these areas. It's just what happens, and you can see it in the charts, and you got to prepare for it in the charts. On the downside, we see the large candles around these areas. This is why I'm mapping it out this way. Right, we're in this middle zone right here. It is a Monday. We're going to be playing it safe. We're going to be waiting to show the significant push to the upside or the significant push to the downside to get in our buys or our shorts. We're going to be playing both sides. Right, I want you guys to be prepared, and playing both sides, I've talked about it a lot, and I hope this visual effect does help, but you guys can really make a lot of gains and be consistent by being very meticulous, being patient, waiting for us to reach these high volatility zones, and then playing both sides. You're just putting a buy or a short in on both sides of the playing field with a tight stop loss, depending on where this candlestick is at. And these are the 3 zones to the upside, 3 zones to the downside. We don't have much supports below this 30 or just 28K level, right? Let's throw on another indicator just to give you guys some reference. I believe this one is it. No, it's not. All right, I believe it's this one, right? Yeah. All right, so if you guys look back here, right? This is the last support and resistance zone we have. Look at down here, right? This is the last support and resistance zone that we do have. If we do break through this zone, guys, prepare for us to go all the way down here to this 26K level. We do have some support, or down to this 23K level, which we have some support in as well. So if we do break below this 28K, there was a lot of whales that were putting buy orders in at those lower levels. So if we do break to the downside, this is like long-term predictions, not going to happen today. I mean, anything can happen today in crypto, but you have to understand that this is what we're looking at long-term. Long-term on the upside, though, we're looking at these levels, right? If we recover all 3 of these zones, look at what we have for the possibility on the upside, guys. I need to see volume if I want to be able to see these higher zones. We haven't seen that volume yet. And I'm just showing you what could happen on both sides of the playing field. This is something you have to understand. We went through the little bit of the shorter term one. We'll go back to it. But on the higher term, or the higher time frame, we see that we have this resistance right here. Okay, we have this resistance right here. But look at this vector candle that we could recover. This is around this 42, 43K area. If we do break above this, look at all these candles that we could recover on the upside, but we need high volume. We have not seen high volume, but we really could get to these levels up here if we have higher volume. Just take that into consideration. You see that candle that puts us at what, 55K? Come on, expert. Yeah. Yeah, we need higher volume, and then maybe we can talk about those zones, but they are possible with higher volume. But I highly doubt they will happen if we do not have the volume, which we haven't showed over the past month or so. But yes, those are possibilities, right? We're not gonna totally count them out. We're gonna be completely emotionless. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know. Where are your guys' zones at for where you guys are looking for this volatile movement? It's very important to play off of volatility and stay updated in the charts, as you know, you guys are buying and selling at these random levels. And that's how you lose, because you don't know that we're going to, have volatility at this zone. You don't know. And the thing is if you are not prepared to buy at these certain levels, you're just going to miss out on opportunity. But yeah, we're building a resistance level here at this 34,600, and we have the support all the way down here at 3,300. We break through this support, it looks like we're going to be breaking down to the bottom of this level. If we look at the longer term, by the way, we could see some sort of formation, which is going to look a little bit bullish right now. Why does it look bullish? Okay, well, we see that we have this lower low right here. This is a lower low, right? This is a lower high, right? This is a higher high right here. And if we break above this zone right here and we create a higher high, which this does look like from a lower low, higher high perspective, if we have that push in volume, we could reach this higher high, which would be right around this level right here. 36,800 to 37K would be this higher high level if we do break above that. But we need to see if we can do that, right? Market can go either way, but that's the upside that we're looking at. If we do make that higher high and we don't bounce off this 35K level, 35,500 level, which we bounced off of multiple times, very hard for us to break out of this level, right? Very hard for us to break out of this level. So we'll need to see exactly if we can break out of this. But if we do, if this pattern does prevail, we will have a push to the upside here off this 35,500 level. If we break out above it, time to put in some buys. If we just are touching it, you would have a short and a long in these two levels, both with stop losses, because this would be a violent move to the upside if we did break that level there. That's what the charts are showing, right? We need to be looking at the EMA levels as well. We do see on the 1 hour, right? On the 1 hour, we do see that we're extremely high above this 200 EMA. And this is, here, let me check. Let me show you guys the EMA levels that we see right here. Yes, 200 EMA is red. What is that? 200 exponential moving average, right? We also see that we have the 50 EMA, which is way, way below us on the 1 hour. What did we see happen last time we made that higher high, right? We pushed down and we hit these EMA levels, we retested them, and then we pushed back through to make that higher high, right? We could always have some sort of pattern where they bring the price down, they fake everyone out, think we're going, think that we're going to be shorted, right? Think we're going down in price here, and then they'll bring it up off a support level. This is what they did off of this support right here that we saw. And they can do something along those lines again to break us and fake us out to the upside. They could fake us out at this 35,500 level. But right now, right, this is to the downside they could fake us out at. But right now, we're in the middle of this range. We're in between some very, very volatile moments in the markets. This is why it's very important to pay attention today and to stay updated on the charts. We could see a lot of volatile movement within the next week. I mean, we are, because we have been for the past few weeks in this little area, right? Gray equals the zone we're in now, kind of a little support resistance type of range. We do have that upwards range. It's all color coded, guys. You visual learners, whatever it might be. We have this support here. We break through this support. We're going down to this support. We break above this. We're going up, possibly all the way around to this support right here. This is just the range that we're in right now. So this is color coordinated. Let me know if you guys like this. If you have any questions, put them below. I'll be answering some in a second. But yes, this is what the charts are really showing with that pattern that we saw there. We need to make sure to really pay attention, to really wait to trade or to wait to buy anything until we see significant movements and we see that we are bouncing off a level or that we are breaking out of a level. And we're going to be playing both sides, right? If it hits one of those high key support or resistance levels like this 35K zone right here, or if this 33K zone right here, you would be longing off this zone. If we broke through, you would have a short below and catch that short down, right? If we got to this zone at this 35,600 level, you would be looking at putting a long right here. If we broke out, put it a little bit above, and we'd be shorting this zone with a tight stop loss. This is how you're playing these ranges. If you're not playing these ranges accordingly and you're trading in the middle, you're going to get wrecked. This is where we see volatile price movement. And you have to be able to play the game. And if you see that high volume push, right, you might know that we're going to break out because you see volume going up. You know that we have more momentum to the upside. Same thing goes for the downside. If we have a lot of momentum to the downside, they're going to be able to smash those zones. All right, so all right, so let's get into so it can go up or down. Good stuff. Haha, Chris Gallagher. Yep, yeah, you need to prepare for both sides, Chris. If you don't prepare for both sides and you just plan for one, you're going to get wrecked. If you plan for both sides, you can be profitable. All right, so 1 to 4 hour. All right, we'll go to the 4 hour real quick. Yes, the 4 hour still showing that we have these key resistance levels. We do need to see that push upwards. We need to make that higher high. If we do not make that higher high, we will break down. But yes, this is what we're seeing in the charts right now. I'm actually going to be wrapping up the video here. Hope that was a great enough update. I will be getting into what other coins are doing here later on in the day. But that is going to wrap it up. This is what you guys should be seeing in the charts pan out over the next couple of days or week or so. But we will be staying updated. We will be giving some of the best coverage on exactly what to do when it happens. Might be streaming these 10-minute videos. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do that. Just giving constant updates on what I see in the charts and what the momentum looks like. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day.